Have you ever wondered what makes a cake rise in the oven, or why soap cleans your hands? Perhaps you've looked at fireworks and thought, how do they make all those amazing colors? The answer to all these questions, and so many more, is chemistry. Chemistry is the science of stuff. It's the study of what things are made of, what their properties are, and how they change and interact with each other. It's not just something that happens in a laboratory with bubbling beakers and scientists in white coats. Chemistry is happening all around you right now. It's in the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the phone or computer screen you are looking at. Understanding chemistry is like getting a secret instruction manual for the world. Think about your morning routine. The water you use to brush your teeth is a chemical compound, H2O. The toothpaste uses chemicals like fluoride to protect your teeth from decay. The breakfast you eat is fuel for your body, and your body uses chemical reactions to turn that food into energy. This process is called metabolism. Even the feeling of being awake and alert is thanks to chemicals in your brain called neurotransmitters. So you see, you are a walking, talking, breathing chemistry experiment. Learning about chemistry helps you understand yourself and the universe in a whole new, exciting way. It's a fundamental science that connects to biology, physics, geology, and even art. So let's get started. Together, we are going to unlock the secrets of chemistry. The first and most important tip is to start with the basics and make sure you truly understand them. Imagine you are building a giant tower with toy blocks. If the blocks at the very bottom are wobbly or not placed correctly, what happens? Your whole tower will eventually fall down no matter how carefully you place the blocks at the top. Chemistry is exactly like that. The basic concepts are the foundation for everything else you will learn. If you rush past them, you will get confused later on. So, take your time with the fundamentals. Don't move on until you feel confident. What are these basics? They are things like the structure of an atom. You need to know what protons, neutrons, and electrons are, and where they are located in an atom. Another basic concept is the periodic table. You should understand what groups and periods mean and how the table is organized. Other key ideas include chemical bonds, which are the glue that holds atoms together to form molecules, and the difference between elements, compounds, and mixtures. These are the building blocks of chemistry. Mastering them first will make everything that comes after much, much easier to grasp. Our second tip is a classic study tool that works wonders for chemistry. Use flashcards. Chemistry has a lot of new vocabulary. Names of elements, polyatomic ions, scientific laws, definitions you just have to memorize. It's like learning the alphabet before you can read. Your brain needs to instantly recognize these terms and symbols to understand the bigger picture. Flashcards are perfect for this kind of memorization. They use a technique called active recall. You force your brain to remember an answer instead of just reading it. Making the flashcards is a learning activity in itself. On one side of a small card, write a symbol, write a term, write a question. For example, write the chemical symbol Fe. On the other side, write the answer. Iron. Do this for common elements. Instead of memorizing the whole periodic table at once, learn 5 elements a day. Carry your flashcards and study anytime, waiting for a bus, during a commercial break, or before you go to sleep. Frequent, spaced-out repetition beats cramming. It makes learning feel less overwhelming and more like a game. Here is a wonderfully creative and powerful tip: draw everything. Chemistry can be very abstract. Atoms, molecules, which are too small to see. It can be hard to picture reactions from words and symbols. Drawing makes invisible processes visible and concrete. When you draw something, you think about structure, parts, and how it fits together. You don't have to be a great artist. Simple sketches are perfect. Start by drawing the basic concepts. Draw an atom. Big circle for the nucleus, protons. Neutrons, rings for electron shells. Dots for electrons. Label everything. When you learn about different types of chemical bonds, draw them. Ionic bond. One atom gives an electron to another. Covalent bond. 2 atoms share electrons. Visualizing these interactions helps them stick in your mind. Multisensory learning builds more pathways in memory. Our next tip brings science into the heart of your home. The kitchen. The kitchen is an amazing chemistry laboratory. You don't need a lab coat. An apron is a good idea. Cooking is all about chemical reactions. When you connect the concepts you learn in class to the food you make and eat, The ideas become real, memorable, and, well, delicious. This makes chemistry less about abstract formulas and more about tangible experiences. Every time you cook, you're a practical chemist, mixing substances and using energy to transform them. Think about the simple act of boiling an egg. An egg starts as a liquid, egg white, yolk. Put it in hot water. Heat causes proteins in the egg white and yolk to change shape and tangle up with each other. This process is called denaturation, or consider baking a cake. Flour, sugar, eggs, baking soda. When heated, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, reacts with an acid in the batter to produce carbon dioxide gas. Those gas bubbles get trapped in the batter, causing the cake to rise and become light and fluffy. Why is this connection so helpful? Students ask, when will I ever use this? Seeing chemistry in action while making your favorite meal makes the subject relevant and useful. The abstract idea of an acid-base reaction becomes much clearer when you see baking soda fizzing with vinegar. The concept of solutions and solubility makes more sense when you dissolve sugar in your tea. This next tip is straightforward but absolutely critical. Practice, practice, practice. Specifically, you must practice solving chemistry problems every single day. Chemistry is not a spectator sport. You cannot learn it just by reading the textbook or by listening to your teacher. You have to actively do the chemistry. Solving problems tests your understanding and builds skills. It's like learning to play a musical instrument or a sport. You wouldn't become a great piano player just by watching videos. You have to sit down and practice your scales and songs every day. Make it a consistent habit. 20 to 30 minutes a day is better than 5 hours once a week. Daily practice keeps information fresh and builds momentum. It turns problem solving from daunting into routine. Start with the example problems in your textbook. Then try the end of chapter questions. Don't just look at the answers. Attempt to solve on your own first. The struggle is where real learning happens. It strengthens neural pathways for chemistry and math procedures. Every time you solve a problem, you reinforce that knowledge. When you make a mistake, you find a weak spot to review. One of the most effective ways to truly master a subject is to teach it to someone else. This is our 6th tip. You don't need to stand in front of a classroom. A friend, a family member, even your pet or an imaginary student. Say it out loud to yourself. The act of explaining forces you to organize your thoughts clearly. This technique is often called the Feynman technique, named after Richard Feynman. The process is simple. First, choose a concept you're trying to learn. For example, how pH works. Then, pretend you're explaining it to a complete beginner, like a younger sibling. Use simple language and analogies. Avoid jargon without defining it. Analogies reveal gaps. Go back and fill them until your explanation is smooth. If someone else understands it, you know you do. Restructuring and simplifying cements knowledge. Example, limiting reactants. Imagine ingredients for sandwiches to see what limits the product. Our 7th tip is to get your hands on the science. Use molecular model kits. These kits are like a special kind of building toy for chemistry. They contain plastic balls of different colors and sizes to represent different atoms. Black for carbon, red for oxygen, white for hydrogen. They also have different kinds of connectors to represent bonds, sticks, springs. Building molecules with these kits transforms a flat drawing into a 3-dimensional object you can hold and turn. This hands-on approach is incredibly valuable for understanding molecular structure. A drawing is flat, but real molecules have complex shapes. That shape, molecular geometry, determines properties and interactions. Build a water molecule and see its bent shape. Build methane and see its tetrahedral shape. Holding these shapes makes bond angles intuitive, not abstract. It engages touch and trains spatial reasoning. It builds a gut sense for how atoms fit together. See why large atoms can't get too close. See how flexible a long carbon chain can be. For example, build butane and isobutane to understand isomers. Same formula, different shapes and properties. Holding both models makes isomerism unforgettable. Our final section combines 3 essential mindset tips. Stay curious, ask questions, and don't give up. First, stay curious. Curiosity is the engine of science. Don't just try to memorize facts. Develop a genuine interest in how things work. When you're out in the world, ask yourself chemistry questions. Why does metal rust? How does a battery work? What makes soda fizzy? The world is full of chemical mysteries waiting to be explored. When you approach learning with wonder, it stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like an adventure. Read popular science books. Watch science documentaries. Look for the chemistry in your hobbies. Second, never be afraid to ask questions. There is no such thing as a stupid question when you're learning something new. Ask your teacher. Ask your classmates. Ask a tutor. If you are confused, chances are someone else is too. Asking questions is a sign of strength, not weakness. Write down your questions as you study so you don't forget them. Finally, and most importantly, don't give up. Learning chemistry is a process, and it will have its challenges. There will be topics that seem impossible at first. When you get stuck, take a break, then come back with a fresh perspective. Review the basics. Try a different study method. Ask for help. Celebrate your small victories along the way. Every mistake is a learning opportunity that makes you stronger.